No, I was just, my mind went into some, maybe it's like a Dubai porta potty kind of thing. Like today you hug on her. Like you, like lota leke aao, let's take a dump on this bitch. Just because I love her today so much, तो आज उसके ऊपर hug देगा.
Since it's not defined, right? It's just his promise day. It doesn't say what you're supposed to promise. You could promise to leave her that very day.
That just kind of puts you in such a tough position because this cupcake that normally cost you $1 on any other day today costs you $4. Why? Because it has some red shit on it and it's shaped of a heart. That's it. So you can't just buy 3 balloons and say I love you. You gotta buy like 50,000 of them and write a speech on all of those damn things. Well, good afternoon, Abhi. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Bar Top. This time, Abhi is shooting from outdoor locations because he is under celebration, which brings us to the topic at hand today. Is Valentine's Day celebration, which is what Abhi is currently enjoying at the moment. And before we get on to my side, where I want to rant about things, let me ask you, how's it going out there, Abhi?
It's the festival of season. I never knew there were more days than just Valentine's Day because it's an entire week. It's actually considered from the 7th until the 14th. I was today years old when I found that out. That there's more to Valentine's than just Valentine's. There's hug, there's rose, there's promise, and a whole bunch of more.
So is Friendship's Day and Mother's Day counted in that also somewhere, or is
That's
just
only during leap years.
during leap year? Again, explain to me what the fuck is a hug day? Because I mean, I hug my partner every day. So is it on this day I don't hug her, I hug her backwards?
You spend an additional 5 seconds doing it and then officially declare it to be a hug day. You do the same for the rose day, you do the same
Or
for
maybe,
promises.
no, I was just, my mind went into some, maybe it's like a Dubai porta potty kind of thing. Like today you hug on her. Like you, like lota leke aao, let's take a dump on this bitch. Just because I love her today so much, तो आज उसके ऊपर hug देगा.
You follow that up by paying a 50 grand.
So because that's the thing that gets me. You have this, I don't know what the hell is a rose day, and then I also have to buy a rose on Valentine's Day, and then there is a promise day. What if this is just a 2-month-old relationship and I don't really want to make promises too soon?
In that condition, you're supposed to break promises.
Okay, fine. It's not about just making promises. You can also break promise as long as it's a promise under context.
Since it's not defined, right? It's just his promise day. It doesn't say what you're supposed to promise. You could promise to leave her that very day.
Fair enough. That would be a good savings plan. Well, because again, sorry, that brings me to this whole celebration, man. Okay, when we were kids, it was all fancy and nice, like oh, Valentine's Day, oh, it's romantic. Then you learn the history. It's not really a romantic celebration. Marketing teams got onto it and twisted it up, and I don't know, made it into what it is today.
I think you should
But like you
briefly.
said, there's this.
Sorry, I was saying you should briefly tell the viewers about Saint Valentine's.
Well, the brief version is he was not a saint at that point in time. I think, I don't know if he was like a monk or something. And again, if my history is correct, dude got beheaded for some reason. I don't know if he was trying to patch up some couple or something like that.
Yep.
It was around that context. But I'm gonna quickly fact check myself. See, I'm sorry. There's also a Google search that says Saint Valentine's Day Massacre.
There were more people that were killed besides him,
Yeah. Okay. Here's
powered by Bajrang Dal.
the legit that. Basically, yes. So again, the most popular legend about the priest named Valentine was executed in Rome 3rd century for marrying couples against the will of the pagan emperor. That's it. Dude got cut off for that. So basically, yeah, he was just somebody who was like hooking people up, and then Bajrang Dal came along and said, "Nah, mandir yahan banega," and cut him off. I mean, that's the short version of it. But this poor guy was doing something for the people who were being persecuted or having themselves forced upon a different practice. And instead, today we make promises and do hug days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where it comes off with Saint Valentine.
Yeah.
But again, my point being, there is this circle, this event, there is this vacuum created around this one day, which it leads up for a 7 days. And you have obviously the visual traps. So anything red, pink, anything that's bloody heart shaped or looks like a heart is just 40% markup, right? And that just puts you in such a tough position because this cupcake that normally cost you $1 on any other day today costs you $4. Why? Because it has some red shit on it and it's shaped of a heart. That's it.
Yep. And the whole idea is to like create FOMO, right? So if you are the one who's like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to do this, but you see everybody else around you doing it, you're going to get sucked into that as well. And you end up paying $4 for that very same
Yeah,
cupcake that you otherwise would never eat to begin with.
exactly. Exactly.
Same goes for
Like,
flowers.
oh,
Something that lasts a day or two
flowers.
at best. So there's a markup on everything.
Nah, true. No, with regards to the flower scene, I got into talking with a couple of florists, all right? And especially over Valentine's Day, he explained to me why it's such a big deal and so on and so forth. The flower market, not the day itself. So he said the demand is so high that we literally have to prep a year in advance, okay, with the stocks. I'm not kidding you, a year in advance because obviously flowers take time and so on and so forth. And then I want to ask you this question as a male species. Yes? Do you know the difference between a rose from, say, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Holland?
Assuming the one from Holland speaks Dutch, the other speaks Swahili. I can't tell otherwise.
Precisely my point. So he said that the ones from Holland are more spread out and the petals take a more bloomed shape,
Oh, we're still talking about
while the ones
flowers.
from like the African continent, Ye- yes, at the moment, yes, no Epstein shit out here, but yeah, the flowers in itself, and people have a demand for the Holland flowers, so those ones are already marketed up, like they're marked up with regards to price. Plus, you have the celebration. So you're looking anywhere between a 60 to 80% markup just for that. And obviously, the closer you get to Valentine's Day, that percentage just keeps getting higher. You might have a 120% markup on a rose for that matter, because it depends how late you got it. And you work in that industry, whole gifting side of things. So you're well aware that preserving a dead plant for that long takes a lot of effort. Yeah?
Exactly. Like the logistics that go behind the scenes to like ensure ever since the flower was cut in its farm and it reaches, wherever these flowers are put together in form of a bouquet and then finally reaches your doorstep. There's anywhere between a 7 to 10 day transition from all these phases. And it takes utmost care, especially if you come from like a tropical place like India where the weather is relatively hotter and humid. These flowers are even more sensitive to deal with.
Mhm.
So the flowers that on general would on average in Indian rupees would cost you like 50 to 80 rupees, automatically during Valentine's, because the demand is so high, will cost you anything upwards of 250
Wow. Okay, like in
in
rupees,
rupees,
yes.
and people would still buy it.
Yeah.
Why? Because of peer pressure,
You have?
thanks to social media,
Yeah. Yeah.
and thanks to our restaurants and hotels creating this false sense of shortage on, fuck, you did absolutely nothing for your partner. How lame of
Uh,
you.
that no, guilty of that from a hotelier side of things. Yes, we do encourage scarcity, and not necessarily in the sense that oh we don't have anything left. It's just always this constant guilt that there's somebody else doing this. He's booked in a private room for a dinner, and he's got the chef coming and licking their fingers after they're done so they don't have to wipe their hands off. That impression is set up, and the guy who spends like a good $500 on a simple, nice dinner, just something to express gratitude to his partner for whatever reason, feels like shit even further because somewhere on Instagram there's some chick posting up saying, "Oh look, my food is so expensive and it's so exclusive that the fish is still alive on my plate and the fish wished me happy Valentine's Day." And you're there looking like a dumb fuck with a burger in your hand saying, "I thought it was Wagyu, but here you go." You just left
These are the same ones who post on
abruptly.
Instagram stories saying, "Oh, you're celebrating Valentine's. I'm celebrating Happy Valentine's." And they'll post a picture of a whiskey bottle. You know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, once upon a time that was me as well. Well, again, there was that phase. But yeah, so hotels do take up that, restaurants take up that mark. Think about it like, okay, we, with regards to hotels, we work on supply and demand, right? That's basically it. But the add ons that come out during Valentine's Day, all right? You have flower setups and balloon setups, and you have to have a minimum spend on the balloon. So you can't just buy 3 balloons and say, I love you. You got to buy like 50,000 of them and write a speech on all of those damn things. Yeah, and then you got color coordination. People planning literally, in my experience, I've never seen a 7 day plan the way you said people do it 7 days, but I've seen a 4 day plan only for Valentine's Day, like around Valentine's Day. Like day one, somebody will deliver a bouquet of 10,000 roses. Day two, somebody's gonna buy you a dress that will come in a, I don't know, like a Gucci bag. It's just day four is something else. And I'm like, this woman better be sucking real well. Like this is some next level. Only for Valentine's Day.
I
Yeah, you get to think that.
can't relate. Out of my tax
O-
bracket.
only to later, no, only to later learn, it's not even the partner; it's the mistress. So I'm like, there you go. Happy Valentine's Day indeed.
Because someone else is doing it for the wife. She's someone else's mistress. It's just a vicious circle of Valentine's at
That's
this
just it.
point.
No, but think about it. As a layman, your busy ass day, the logistics that go into planning that alone, just to take in the entire week that you've got to not just express the love you have for your partner and hoping that it's the love for your partner and not some other form of guilt, but you have to now compete with 10 other men in your vicinity or on your friend circle because everybody just wants to now showcase it on social media and put it out over there.
Yep.
So you have this constant struggle between I'm getting broke by the fucking minute or do I buy another rose? It's just that loop. And at the end of the day, how much do you really love your partner? And more importantly, okay, I'm going to say this is going to be a tough pill to swallow to all the partners out there. How much do you love your significant other if you're willing to put them to this much stress and financial difficulties? Yeah. Because you got to understand, on any other day, this man or this woman is not broke. All right. They're well to do, they're stable in life. But suddenly this occasion comes and it starts hurting your wallet bad.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
And then
peer pressure.
if everything you're guilted, yeah, a lot of peer pressure, you're guilted into doing all these things. And sad part is you don't even know if you're going to get laid by the end of it because maybe your rose was from Ethiopia and not
Not
Holland.
Holland.
So guess who's sleeping on the couch tonight?
Maxwell step.
Yeah. And then of course, and my favorite, the one which I am a victim to, all right, is the post 14th February, which is in my sense a good sale because it's the post guilt sale that takes place. So everybody who forgot to buy shit on the 14th or 13th is now buying shit on the 15th of February.
But is that more
So
expensive or cheaper?
sometimes you get discounted.
Or is cheaper?
No, you get it at clearance. Yeah, because by this time nobody gives a damn anymore. So they're just trying to get rid of things out. So you get a lot of these offers and discounts. Oh, you want this bouquet? We were selling it for 10 million. Now you can buy it for 100. Not gonna lie, really, that's sometimes the difference is that vast. Because again, like you said, it's a flower and it's dead. It's not gonna survive much longer. So somebody needs to take it off your hand.
I remember very vividly about this happening in hotels because the whole fad, I mean, this happened even before social media took off, which was the whole fad with private dining, where it's just dining for two.
Yeah.
So, again, coming back to that one hotel that we can't name, it had this exclusive, it had this exclusive diner, a table for two, sort of in a balcony space which just overlooked the ocean and the gateway and all of that. It was a table of two. However, it's almost booked all the time, obviously for couples. However, it's sold out in advance for Valentine's Day at any given point. So I'm very certain, even at this point, if you call in to check, you might not even get a reservation for 2027.
Wow.
Keeping in mind that if you reserve the table on any other day, in dollars, it would cost you anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200. But just because of
Okay.
this demand for a Rose Day and Valentine's especially, it exceeds anywhere beyond 3 grand.
Yeah.
And that is just a 5 course meal. That's it. And then now you can't be cheap, right? So you're not going to get just a basic
The meal.
champagne along with it because they're going to try and push the most expensive ones. They're like, sir, why are you getting only a Dom Perignon? You
Yeah.
know, try a Wolf Clico. I have broken
Yeah.
every
Try it in
FD
pink.
for this dinner. Now you want me to break the remaining of my parents too.
No, probably you still have kidneys, sir. If you got kidneys pending with you, you can definitely let go of one. Don't you want to show how much you love her? We put a ribbon and a heart on this bottle of champagne for you, and we charge you 300% more
And
just for fun.
and that's the thing. There are fools out there who pay for it.
Of course,
So
of course.
so
For
that's
some
one.
people, money is not an object, but the problem is the mentality that's put throughout, right? Like, for example, again, hypothetical scenario of a friend who I've heard about. All right, his partner, okay, his partner happened to see some celebrity bullshit on Instagram, right? And this guy is a billionaire or a millionaire, whatever it may be. He's got money. So all 7 days, he's given her a diamond ring, a G wagon, a house. I'm not kidding you. That's literally all the gifts. Day of just luxury goods. So whether you have Hermes, Gucci, Prada, all these bags and shit lying up. And then I get a look, and then the question goes like, "Why can't you do something like this, bitch? Something like this?
You mean your
That's
friend?
not even.
You mean
My
your friend?
dreams are so poor. Yeah, no, I'm just giving you the context of the story. But yes, my friend. And I'm like, yeah, did you get it? My dreams are so poor where luxury meal is still a trip to KFC and back. You're talking about the 7 days worth of a G Wagon as a gift to a woman who can't even drive. I'm like, yeah, that, that's not where we want to see this go. But again, the expectation is set that high, right? The bar is set that high that this is how you portray love. It's no longer enough to just protect and feed and clothe people anymore. You need to now also get them a rose to prove that you've been in love with them for the last 10, 15 years of your life. But yeah,
I, I have a question
but
for you based on
mhm,
this.
go
So,
ahead.
what if you are one of those people who does something or the other to show affection on a regular basis? You know, maybe once a fortnight or so. Do you still go above and beyond on Valentine's Day, despite you sort of celebrating Valentine's Day every now and then?
Exactly. For me, it feels offensive because, say, for example, we just go out regularly, okay? And on 14th as well, we just go out like normal as we do, not to some fancy place that has hearts and roses all over, just a basic meal, like something we do constantly. And For me, that's a big deal, right? Because again, that's effort, there's time, there's finances, there's a lot of things that go into that regular lifestyle which is given to you. And then you go and tell me, ah, no, but you didn't have a heart shaped cake today, so that maybe means you don't love me anymore. Again, you have no idea. I saw this amazing reel on Instagram. Yeah, the lady goes and says, if you've celebrated this Promise Day and Rose Day, then you're probably the girlfriend. If you celebrated on the 13th, okay, on the 13th, no, sorry, yeah, if you've celebrated on the 14th and you've gone out with your partner, then you're probably the mistress. And if you haven't got anything, then you're the wife. And I said, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's factually true. A person who's invested in you long term probably would not want to see you go through that much stress and loss for one day in a year.
So,
But
so
yeah,
anyone who listens to this, be brave. Comment down below, when did you get taken out? On the 12th, 13th, or the 14th?
or you got taken out with a bullet in your head. That's one other way.
Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, we're all victim of it. We all fall into the Cupid tax scam every year. As much as you'd want to avoid it, there's no real way because, again, society is built around it. But if you have a story of maybe a time you managed to circumnavigate it, please do share. The men in this forum maybe would like to know about that.
And learn from it.
But yeah, anyway, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.